Today we are going to try not to lose our marbles. Hi everybody, it's Kelly from Collage-Lab, and I've got some mixed media March minis for you. We're going to be creating some fun papers for collage using glass marbles. If you've got a plastic shoebox or container that is at least as big as your papers that you're going to be using, that'll work great. You could even reuse an old Amazon box. So I cut some black cardstock. I'm going to try this on black first. And just put your paper down in your box. And then I'm going to mix up some paint. And the black, actually, I'm going to start with my gold calligraphy ink because I'm just so enamored with it. I'm going to take, we'll take 3 marbles. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm just going to put paint or ink in here with them. Let me see if this, there we go. You don't need a lot. Enough to roll the marbles around in there. And roll them around, get them covered, and then if you've got a plastic spoon or a spork, just take out of the paint, put one in one corner, another one over here, and the third one there. And then we just let the marbles roll around. Just make wonderful, wonderful designs on that paper. Isn't that cool? And you can, you can do as much as or as little as you'd like. And when you're done, just scoop your marbles out. I might use that gold again. I really liked how that turned out. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. So we can use an old box, or we can, like I said, any kind of plastic container that's the size of your paper. So I've got a bunch of plastic dish bins, and I'm just going to put a piece of regular copy paper in here, and I'm going to take some marbles and just mix some acrylic paint in here with these. This is just craft paint. If you want to add a little water to it, you can. Just a little. Mix them around in your little cup. And then scoop them out with your spoon. Put one over, I guess it doesn't matter where they start. One in each corner or any old place will do. And then we just roll the marbles around. Pull them out, and I'm actually going to reuse those marbles with a different color paint, and I'm going to leave it all in here. We'll add a few different colors here. So got some blue craft paint. Depends on how watery you want your paint lines to be, but just add a little bit of water. Swirl them around in there. Scoop out the marbles. Place them in your box or your pan on the paper. And then just let them roll. It is not something you can really control. you can tell that as the paint comes off of the marbles, we get, less defined lines. So I'm going to put those back in with some more blue paint and do it again. So I'll get more of the colorful lines. And just let them roll around. Really fun, organic lines. And like I said, there isn't much paint left on these after they roll around in that. So mix up another color and go with this lime green. Roll them around. I'm not adding water this time, so you'll see there's a little bit of a difference with the thicker paint or the watered down paint. So, lime green. Plop them down, roll them around. Ooh, interesting. So they do roll slower. Look at that. Because the thicker paint is kind of slowing them down. So I like that. I've got some nice thick lines there, and I'm just gonna grab the marbles, put them back in the paint, and I am gonna water it down a little bit this time, just to give us some more of the thinner lines. Stir it around. And then just let them roll. Just very, very fun. I like those. Okay, let's pull this one out. Pull my marbles out. And the paper. And I'll set this aside and let it dry. You can reuse this with different colors. I'm going to go back in again with black cardstock. And I'm going to use some of the colors we've used already because some of them were fun. So I've got this kind of turquoise. Add a little bit of water to it. Stir them around. Put my marbles. And then just let them roll. I think better paint than craft paint is going to give you, longer results with the marbles, or maybe just more paint. So I'll add a little more paint here. A little bit of water. There's not a lot of surface on a little marble. So, even if it's totally covered with paint, once that soaks into your paper, you need to reload it, right? So, roll them around. That's just kind of fun. All right, on the black background, I think it's fun to just have a variety of colors here. So get some blue. And as you set them down, couple drips are okay. The marbles will probably roll right through those drips, so that helps. Rather Jackson Pollock kind of a design here. And again, like I said, we don't get a lot of paint off of the little marbles. So maybe you want to use more marbles. And there's an idea. All right, 6 marbles now. I'm going to add a little more blue paint because it's pretty watered down there. And I really would like it to pop on that cardstock. Black background. So a couple of marbles. There are no rules, so do what you want to do with these, right? I think having a bunch of marbles, you can get some really fun things happening. You can roll them through some of the drips, you'll get more. That's kind of fun. All right. And let's do something a little different. I want some yellow. Let me just rinse off my spork. We'll see how these work. Paint's rather thick if I don't add water to it. I'm going to add water to the last 2. The others I'll leave them like that. Stir that up a little bit. And see how this works. You can tell how thick that paint is. The marble gets there and it wants to stop. There we go. This one's getting crazy. I'm kind of liking it. And you can go really simple, one color, or, in just a few lines, or you can go kind of crazy. So let me get those out of there. And we'll let this sit and dry for a few minutes as well. Look at that. That is so cool. So I am just thrilled with how these marble papers turned out. Look at all of that. The color and just the design is just so cool. This one has a different feel than the other one, but I really, really like it. And then this one is just like, it just wows me. And so was inspired to find an image that would go with one of these papers. And I cut out this little girl. She's wrapping a gift, and there's a ribbon coming down. And initially I was thinking I would just do a bunch of swirly cuts out of the really colorful paper. But then I saw her on this background, and I thought, that's all I need. I just need this fabulous black and gold background. So I'm just going to cut a bit out of this and give her a glamorous little background. How fun is this? just something really simple, because the background is just so cool that I think just a simple image is going to be my best option here. So let me glue this down. And maybe like that. There we go. And then it's kind of like the ribbon is becoming the gold, or the gold's becoming the ribbon. Quite fancy. Yeah, I like that. So that is today's Mixed Media March Minis using marble paper.